Have you ever pondered on what peace and purpose truly mean to you and how they intertwine in your life? In the hustle and bustle of our fast-paced lives, it's easy to lose sight of these fundamental elements. Today, we turn to Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, a book that holds the promise of guiding us back to our center, to a life of peace and purpose. Jay Shetty, a former monk turned inspirational speaker and author, shares his profound wisdom gathered from his monastic life. He encourages us to think like a monk, to tap into an ancient tradition that promotes tranquility, resilience, and a deep sense of purpose. It's not about renouncing our modern lives, but rather about incorporating the transformative power of the monk mindset into our everyday existence. As we delve into the book, let's open our minds to a new perspective on peace, purpose, and the power of the monk mindset. What does it mean to have a monk mindset? Picture a serene calmness, a stillness that goes beyond the surface, a deep focus that transcends the chaos of the world. This, my friends, is the monk mindset, a transformative power that Jay Shetty masterfully explores in his book, Think Like a Monk. But what is this monk mindset, you may ask? It's a way of thinking, a pattern of cognition that brings us closer to our inner selves. It's about embracing simplicity, prioritizing inner peace, and cultivating mindfulness in our daily lives. In the hustle and bustle of our modern world, our minds are constantly bombarded with information, our attention pulled in 100 different directions. This constant noise can lead to a chaotic mind filled with stress and anxiety. The monk mindset provides us with a sanctuary, a peaceful oasis amidst the chaos. A key principle of the monk mindset is detachment. Not detachment from the world or our responsibilities, but detachment from the materialistic, the superficial, the transient. It's about understanding that our worth comes not from our possessions or status, but from within. Another essential aspect of the monk mindset is compassion. Compassion for ourselves and for others. It's about understanding that we are all part of the same human experience, all navigating our own paths with our own struggles and triumphs. This compassion fosters empathy, kindness, and understanding, enriching our interactions with others and ourselves. And then there's mindfulness, the art of being present in the moment, fully immersed in the here and now. This mindfulness allows us to truly experience life, rather than merely rushing through it. It enables us to find joy in the simple things, to appreciate the beauty in the everyday. Each of these principles, when practiced diligently, can bring about a profound shift in our perspective, our attitudes, and our lives. They can help us foster a sense of inner peace and purpose, guiding us towards a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Embracing the monk mindset allows us to experience a heightened sense of peace and purpose in our lives. So are you ready to think like a monk? How do we uncover our true purpose and ignite our passion? This question often lingers in our minds, doesn't it? Jay Shetty, in his book Think Like a Monk, provides us with compelling insights to ponder upon. Shetty urges us to delve deep within our souls, to introspect and reflect, to discover our true purpose. He advocates that our purpose isn't something grandiose or something that's out there. It's something that's within us, waiting to be discovered, to be nurtured, and to be lived. Purpose isn't about achieving something big or making a mark on the world. It's about aligning who we are with what we do. It's about living authentically and passionately every single day. Purpose is our unique gift to the world, our contribution to the tapestry of life. But how do we unearth this purpose? Shetty shares a simple yet profound exercise. He asks us to jot down what we love to do, what we feel we're good at, and what we believe the world needs. The intersection of these three circles is where our purpose lies. It's our ikigai, as the Japanese call it, our reason for being. But discovering our purpose isn't enough. We must ignite our passion to truly live it. Passion is the fuel that drives us towards our purpose. It's the fire that keeps us going. Even when the road gets tough, it's the spark that turns our dreams into reality. Shetty shares an example from his own life. His journey from being a monk to becoming a motivational speaker. His purpose was to share the wisdom he had gathered, and his passion for communication and storytelling fueled his journey. He encourages us to not just find our purpose, but to live it passionately. To wake up every morning with excitement, to go to bed every night with satisfaction, to live each day as if it's a masterpiece painted with the colors of our purpose and passion. Finding our purpose and living passionately is an exciting journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. It's not a destination but a journey, a beautiful and fulfilling journey of living our authentic selves. How can mindfulness and meditation enhance our daily lives? This is a question that Jay Shetty delves into in his book, Think Like a Monk. Mindfulness and meditation, as Shetty explains, are not just practices but a way of life. They are not about escaping reality, but rather about fully immersing ourselves in the present moment. They allow us to experience life in its entirety, without the distractions and stresses that often cloud our judgment and hamper our happiness. The importance of mindfulness and meditation in cultivating a peaceful mind cannot be overstated. When we are mindful, we are fully present. We are not worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. We are simply here, in the now, experiencing life as it unfolds. This, Shetty tells us, is the secret to a peaceful mind. But how do we incorporate mindfulness and meditation into our daily routines? Shetty shares several techniques in his book. These are not complex rituals that require hours of our day, but rather simple practices that can be integrated into our everyday lives. One technique is mindful eating. Instead of rushing through meals or eating while distracted, Shetty suggests we take the time to savor each bite. Pay attention to the flavors, the textures, the smells. This not only enhances our enjoyment of the meal, but also allows us to be fully present in the moment. Another technique is mindful walking. As we move, we focus on each step, the sensation of our feet touching the ground, the rhythm of our breath. This practice helps us to stay grounded and centered, even amidst the chaos of our daily lives. Meditation too can be incorporated into our routines. Shetty recommends starting with just a few minutes each day, gradually increasing as we become more comfortable with the practice. The goal is not to empty our minds, but rather to observe our thoughts without judgment. By integrating mindfulness and meditation into our daily routines, we can lead more peaceful and purposeful lives. These practices, as Shetty shows us, are not just for monks. They are for all of us, offering a path to peace and purpose in our everyday lives. How can we cultivate meaningful and fulfilling relationships? This question is at the heart of what Jay Shetty addresses in his book, Think Like a Monk. According to Shetty, the secret to building and sustaining rewarding relationships lies in effective communication and understanding. Shetty emphasizes that our relationships are not just about us, but about the other person as well. It's about understanding their needs, their desires, their dreams, and their fears. It's about stepping outside of our own perspectives and stepping into theirs. This is where the monk mindset comes into play. With this mindset, we learn to listen deeply, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. When we communicate, Shetty suggests that we should be present, focused, and non-judgmental. He encourages us to listen more than we speak, to ask open-ended questions that invite others to share, and to respond with empathy and understanding. This approach to communication fosters connection, trust, and mutual respect. Shetty also discusses the importance of setting boundaries in our relationships. Boundaries, he explains, are not barriers to keep people out, but guidelines that help us maintain our peace and happiness. They enable us to be authentic and true to ourselves while also respecting the needs and boundaries of others. Understanding others is not always easy. It requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to see the world from their perspective. Shetty provides practical exercises and techniques to help us cultivate this understanding. These include mindfulness practices that allow us to be present in our interactions and meditation exercises that foster empathy and compassion. In essence, Shetty invites us to approach our relationships with a monk's mindset. A mindset rooted in understanding, empathy, and compassionate communication. He encourages us to see our relationships not as transactions, but as opportunities for growth, connection, and mutual enrichment. Through understanding and communication, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships. This wisdom from Think Like a Monk can serve as a guiding principle in our journey towards cultivating deeper and more fulfilling connections with others. How can we navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace? This question forms the backbone of our journey through Think Like a Monk. Jay Shetty, with his profound wisdom, provides us with the tools to face setbacks and challenges head-on and emerge stronger. Life is a series of cycles with peaks of joy and valleys of hardships. But as Jay Shetty explains, it's how we respond to these cycles that shapes our experience. Think Like a Monk provides us with a roadmap to resilience, a guide to embracing failure, and a beacon of strength in difficult times. Resilience, as Shetty teaches us, is not about avoiding difficulties, but about learning, growing, and evolving through them. It's about understanding that setbacks are not roadblocks, but stepping stones towards personal growth. Resilience is the ability to keep going in the face of adversity, to keep fighting, and to keep believing in ourselves. Failure, which is often seen as something negative, is reframed in Think Like a Monk. Shetty encourages us to view failure as a teacher, a mentor guiding us towards our true path. Each failure is a lesson, a stepping stone that helps us grow, evolve, and get closer to our authentic selves. And when we are faced with the darkest times, it's crucial to remember that strength can be found even in the most difficult circumstances. Shetty advises us to draw strength from within, from our inner reservoir of courage and determination. He reminds us that we are stronger than we think, and that we have the power to overcome anything that comes our way. In Think Like a Monk, Jay Shetty offers us the keys to overcoming challenges, transforming our perspective on failure, and tapping into our innate strength. The journey may not always be easy, but with these tools, we are better equipped to navigate through life's storms with resilience and grace. With resilience and grace, we can overcome any challenge that life throws our way. Remember this as we continue our journey through Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk, learning to cultivate a mindset for peace and purpose every day. How can we apply the wisdom of monks in our modern lives? The answer lies in the transformative lessons from Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk, which guide us towards a more balanced and purposeful existence. First, we can practice mindfulness. In the midst of our busy lives, with constant notifications and endless to-do lists, it's easy to get lost in the noise. Yet, the monks teach us to focus on the present moment. Whether we're sipping our morning coffee or commuting to work, we can savor these moments, fully experiencing them rather than rushing through. Next, we can cultivate compassion. Monks treat every living being with kindness and understanding, a principle we can apply in our interactions with others. It's about seeing the world from their perspective, fostering empathy rather than judgment. This compassion also extends to ourselves as we learn to treat ourselves gently, acknowledging our flaws without harsh criticism. We can also practice detachment. Monks understand that material possessions are temporary, and thus they don't attach their happiness to them. In our consumer-driven society, this can be a challenging concept, but by focusing less on acquiring things and more on nurturing relationships and personal growth, we can foster a deeper sense of fulfillment. Additionally, we can live with purpose. Monks dedicate their lives to a higher calling, a sense of purpose that guides their actions. We too can find our purpose, be it through our career, our hobbies, or our relationships, and let it drive our decisions and shape our lives. Lastly, we can embrace silence. In a world that's always talking, monks appreciate the power of silence. We can incorporate moments of silence into our daily routine, whether it's 5 minutes of quiet contemplation in the morning or a silent walk in the park. These silent moments can help us connect with ourselves, bringing clarity and peace. By applying monk wisdom in our lives, we can find balance and purpose amidst the hustle and bustle of the modern world. Let's embark on this journey of transformation, one mindful step at a time. We've journeyed through the wisdom of think like a monk, but what are the key takeaways? Let's recap. We've learned that a monk mindset can transform our lives, fostering inner peace and purpose. We've discovered the importance of living our passion and purpose, and how mindfulness and meditation can cultivate a peaceful mind. We've explored valuable advice on building fulfilling relationships and overcoming life's challenges. Lastly, we've seen how to apply these monk wisdoms in our bustling modern lives. These lessons are not just concepts, they're practical tools to enhance our daily existence. They help us navigate our lives with more grace, compassion, and understanding, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling existence. We encourage you to reflect on these teachings and integrate them into your daily routines. Share your thoughts and experiences with these practices. Remember, cultivating peace and purpose is a journey, not a destination. We'd love to hear about your journey in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. We hope that you've found wisdom and inspiration in the teachings we've shared. If you've enjoyed our journey through this enlightening book, we warmly invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this content with others who might appreciate it. Your support allows us to continue creating insightful book summaries like this one. In the spirit of personal development, we also recommend diving into other resources that complement the teachings of Think Like a Monk. Books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle or The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama can further your understanding of mindfulness and purpose. Stay tuned for more enlightening book summaries, and remember, the journey to peace and purpose begins with a single step. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.